Brad Akins has been a resident of Watkins Glen since 2015 and lives in the village center.
We didn't have any issues at the very beginning, and that's because we had neighbors, and it was a pretty normal street.
A few years after moving to Watkins Glen, the village started becoming more populated with tourists as many short-term rental vacation homes were bought up. Soon after 2016, short-term rentals started to become a problem for the village and its residents.
Things blew up, meaning that lots of individuals were coming into the area and purchasing homes, and we've had great investment here in our community. They've really enhanced properties. We didn't have any regulations around it. So through the Downtown Revitalization Initiative, the DRI $10 million grant that we received in Watkins Glen, we set aside $50,000 to update our zoning.
Laura DiNardo is a trustee on the elected local village government board of officials and explained that after the DRI took off, short-term rentals were taking away housing from long-term rentals.
With that zoning update, which we completed in 2022, we had put a moratorium on short-term rentals for 2 years, meaning that we wouldn't allow additional short-term rentals until that zoning law was updated. At this point, we have a capacity rate within it. So that's about 81 properties that are allowed to be short-term rentals, and we do have a waiting list.
Akins says STRs are affecting many of the long-term residents of the village.
We've had noise and we've had garbage and trespassing, and I think a lot of people that live next to these types of rentals have those same issues. Over time, a large percentage of our street was purchased by a single company. That company has about 20% of the permits in Watkins Glen or in the area for short-term rentals. The community is hit by a lack of affordable housing, and businesses are affected by the fact that they can't find employees, and employees can't find housing.
The village's zoning law of 2022 includes a complaint process which says that in order to revoke a short-term rentals permit, the STR needs 3 verified complaints approved by the Complaint Review Board, which includes the code enforcement officer, police sergeant, and 1 village trustee. According to Akins, this is a lengthy process, and so far there have been no verified complaints, even though the town has received multiple pictures and videos as evidence.
There have been no fines, no enforcement. Basically, it's fallen on deaf ears from what I can tell.
We don't want it to blow up. So I think it's a balance.
However, in order to sustain the village, Akins says the village government still needs to prove the new zoning law is going to work.
They haven't shown that they're going to enforce the law that they just wrote. There are lots of properties that are actually permitted right now that had many code violations, and the current board has not addressed that yet.
For Finger Lakes 1, Megan Hatch.